it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most fun it can be.
Do not believe they're lying. He's evil, and I'll tell you why. Introducing Indigo Park, a new mascot horror game released by an independent developer, Unique Geese. Ooh, a mascot horror game. Time to bust out the old bingo card. As we go over this game, I'll be talking about the lore and my personal theories for the game. Let's get to it. In this game, you play as an individual named Ed, who has decided to break into an old abandoned theme park, Indigo Park, a location they have visited as a child and are a fan of, to discover what actually happened at the park that caused its shutdown. We start the game off driving over to the location, eventually parking right outside the entrance. The main entrance is closed off, but a door off to the side has now opened, almost as if your presence has caused it to open up. Walking inside, we are met with,
Hi there, and welcome to Indigo Park, the world's most innovative and engaging family fun experience.
Rambley tells us we are the first visitor in a very long time. He then gestures us over to register ourselves to the park. At first, he points over to the right, but then corrects himself and points to our left. If we take a moment to look over to our right, we notice that the door we just went through is now locked. We have no choice but to sit down at the computer and allow Rambley to check if we are already registered in the park's database, with the added detail of the webcam turning on. We then help him gain access to the main entrance by turning on a generator. And voila, the park is now open for us to explore. Wait a second, these cameras are following us. There were also a couple of cameras outside that were following us as well. Immediately, Rambley sets off so many red flags. First off, we have the door closing behind us. We have no option to leave at this point. What I'm assuming is Rambley's trying to find out whether or not to trap you in there. Like, what if we're some sort of technician here to power him off for good? Then we have him lying about the day of the week. For a regular human being, this would be excusable. Heck, sometimes I forget what day it is. But an AI can almost never make mistakes like this. What's bad about this is he's lying to us for his own gain. There were real life examples before of AI lying to humans to achieve a goal. So Rambley has some sort of ulterior motive in mind that he isn't telling us. Finally, the fact that we have to go back and fix the machine to open up the front gate is also very suspicious to me. He could have told us this in the first place. I feel like this was some sort of test, to test whether or not we can follow his orders. We are then told we need to get a wristband to access the next area of the game. Upon picking it up, we are locked into the room again. Now this is actually suspicious to me. Yes, we could see it as Rambley trying to teach us how to use the wristband, or as a game design choice. But it's still strange to me that Rambley is almost forcing us to learn how to use it. This will also be very important later on, so just keep this in mind. We use our wristbands to get past the turnstile, and we see this statue, which is similar to the Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse statue. The creator's head on the statue also follows us around while we move, which is honestly just so creepy. I'm assuming Rambley is watching us through the eyes of the statue or something, as the only other thing that follows us around like this is the cameras. We walk into the tunnel and we are trapped inside. This is so awfully convenient that it almost feels like a setup, though I can't think of any reason how Rambley would be able to do this. Maybe he ordered a robot to push it down? Maybe he had access to a crane or something? I don't know. Both sides of the tunnel collapse, forcing us to go onto the Rambley train ride, which, oh my god, Rambley is just so freaking cute. The lines delivered here, mwah, chef's kiss. I would give this AI all of my personal information. Wait, what was that? Yeah, we're kind of being followed around by Molly. We even see her during the Rambley train ride. At one point during the ride, Rambley seems to break down, so we walk into this area and find a broken down Molly. The creepy thing is that it says, further cementing my belief there's something wrong with Rambley. After we fix some gears, we continue a ride and see this section. For some reason, Rambley really hates Lloyd, even though throughout the park, it would seem like they are the best of friends. We will talk about this some more later on. We get off the train at the gift shop. Upon exiting the gift shop, we have an outside section of the park that we can explore. Most of it is nothing, just some collectibles scattered around that you can collect. However, the way forward to Molly's landing pad is locked, so we are forced to go to Lloyd's area instead. Inside, we see a real-life version of Lloyd sleeping until he notices us and scurries away. Rambley tells us he will be unable to watch over us while we go through the back of the theater, so we must explore and find the key on our own. As we walk through the door, we can look around and wait. There's a camera right there. Rambley is definitely lying to us again, but we push through. After narrowly avoiding getting killed by Lloyd, we retrieve the key. We make our way back and Lloyd takes the opportunity to try to eat us again. Our wristband emits a high-pitched noise which scares Lloyd away. Hold the phone. There's so much going on here again that just doesn't make sense. We have Rambley lying to us about him being able to see us. But more importantly, this moment right here, just before Lloyd pounces onto us, why did our wristband not work? For those of you that don't know, we have these types of wristbands in real life. They use radio frequency technology to interact with certain devices. So holding them up to any receiver would cause certain things to happen. For instance, opening this door. We held up our arm to it for a couple of seconds and nothing happened. I suspect Rambley may have had something to do with that as well. Also, we should probably assume that we are safe from all of the real life mascot characters. We are shown that our wristband can ward them away, or at least Lloyd. We head out and unlock the door to Molly's landing pad. Rambley wants us to try out the ride here, so we head up the stairs, but the ride is completely destroyed. So we are instead directed to the funhouse attraction, where we have Molly stalking us throughout it. We walk around to solve a color shape puzzle and enter the final chase scene. Molly will chase us around the funhouse until Rambley ends her by slamming a door on her neck. Whoa. They're real animals? Not just animatronics? I'm so curious on how they're going to explain the many questions I have about this. How are they created? What purpose do they serve? Why are they still here? How have they not escaped? We then enter Oceanic Odyssey, and that's where Chapter 1 ends. Woo! That was one heck of a ride. We entered an abandoned theme park, survived being offed by 2 different mascots, and made a cute AI friend. Is he really our friend? So this is entirely speculation and my opinion on where the story will go. Indigo Park is created, and at some point they install an AI. This AI takes the personality of their mascot character, Rambley the raccoon, the Mickey Mouse to their Disney. However, Rambley is not the most popular character in their roster. That goes to Lloyd the tiger. So in picking out which costumes to create first, they decide to make Lloyd and the other cast. Everyone except for Rambley. We see evidence that a Rambley costume was not created from this collectible we can pick up during the Molly chase. Rambley wonders where we found it, as it is not in their database yet, meaning it was so new that they didn't even register it. Next, the company decides to create real-life mascot characters. We see Lloyd, Molly, and Finley during the game. We can assume because of the costume, the Rambley mascot was not created before the closure of the park. These show multiple examples of Rambley being left out, which bothers the Rambley AI so much that it probably went rogue, somehow helping the closure of the park. His goal? Creating a body for itself. Don't believe me? He even sings about being left out during the credits. So keep an eye out for Chapter 2 and remember to not trust the cute AI. Thank you again for watching. Like and subscribe. It's free and it really helps out the channel. Check out my streams and I'll see you all next time. See ya!